Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We're going to do something a little bit different today, a little bit of a different topic. So I'm in my office at home. I have a small office that I run my businesses out of. And every time I have someone in my office, they always ask me about these two pieces right here that you see. And every time I tell them about it, they're very fascinated by it. So I'm glad that they're on this wall because my office is a mess, so you don't get to see the rest of it. So this thing right here, this little squiggly thing here, that's a sigil. Okay, and it's a sigil for protection over me that I created. So when I first had my awakening, and started teaching, I became a target, and I was under psychic attacks quite a bit. And the thing is, I didn't know I was being psychically attacked at the time because I was a novice. I had no idea I was even going through an awakening when it first started. And when I started putting things up on YouTube, I started, falling under attack. And I really had to learn a lot of things about how to protect myself, because my jaw would be cramped up all the time. I would get a lot of different things happening to me, and I just didn't know what to do. And so when I learned about things like making sigils for protection, I started doing that. So a sigil is like you can think of the same frequency that a word has. Like you say one word, like the word love or joy or happiness, just like Dr. Emoto's work. If you were to take a word and the word love and paste it on the outside of a glass of water, that water would take on the frequency of whatever that word was. And if you froze the water and looked at the crystals, they would be beautiful and synchronized and, beautiful looking crystal-y water with good pH. Now, if you took the word hate or fear or stupid, idiot type thing, and you put that on water, well, the water would take on that frequency. And when you froze it and take a look at it, it would just be blobs. It wouldn't form any crystals. It wouldn't stay a nice high frequency water. And the same thing happened if you were to do it to cooked rice. If you put the word love on a piece of paper and put it against rice, the rice would stay fresh. But if you put a word that said fear or hate on rice, it would turn rancid very quickly and black mold would start growing. And it would take on the frequency of that. So, and the thing that I think that's interesting is that it doesn't matter if you write it in English or in Chinese or in Arabic or, that actually doesn't matter. It's not like the water knows Chinese or English. So it's because there's a frequency that happens when you write something down, right? When you spell a word, you are casting a spell. And that's why it's always important. That's why to write things down for those reasons. And the thing is, for sigils, you don't want to write down an entire paragraph. So when you want to make a sigil for protection, I had to write like sentences that pertained me, my house, what it was about and why I need protection and how grateful I was for the protection, things like that. So this is like a long sentence or a short paragraph. And at my school, we go through how to make sigils, and there's a process for it that you can then take that entire paragraph or sentences and condense it down and create a symbol that represents all of that, right? And once I created the sigil, I created a painting of it, right? And so it took quite a bit of effort and time to make that. And by the time I got the painting up on my wall, it was very, enthralled with that protection frequency for me, for just me. So I have it right behind me here at my desk where I'm working. So that, I'm giving you guys a little bit of insight on my life as a Law of One teacher. That's one of the things that I did. And things got immensely better once I had that sigil up in my office. My internet didn't go down anymore. I didn't get headaches when I was in here. Just everything got much, much better. So that's the one unique kind of thing I have in my office. The other one is this right here. This is something that I got, God, like 20 years ago. It's Seabiscuit. It's a horse race. So I don't know if you guys can read it. It says Seabiscuit moves ahead of War Admiral in 1938. And when I was young, I rode horses, and I knew about Seabiscuit when I was young. They made a movie about it. I think it was called Seabiscuit as well. So the movie didn't really capture, I don't think, the meaning of what this picture captures. So this race took place in 1938, and you think about America at that time, it was in the Great Depression. And Seabiscuit was a racehorse, but he was short, he was stocky, he had an attitude, he ate too much, he was too heavy. And the thing is, when a racehorse like that is around, they tend to treat those horses not very well. Like the elites, like the War Admiral horse, like today those horses get the best stables with air conditioning, the best food, the best grooming. A whole team of people just praise those horses. They're so valuable, but the horses that don't make the mark, they do not live a very good life. And so that was Seabiscuit. And so he was like this total underdog at the time, and went through many owners that just didn't want him, and every owner was worse than the one previous, until finally it was a car salesman that purchased Seabiscuit and gave him the opportunity to win for the first time in Seabiscuit's life. So I see Seabiscuit as kind of like everybody in America that's being suppressed, going up against the elite. Like me as a small business owner, how am I supposed to succeed in business when amongst an ocean of corporation, this one little, like my office is like 10 by 10, like it's a small office, right, that I have to run businesses out of. And so I feel like I'm Seabiscuit going up against the elite every day when I do things. Because besides teaching the law of one, I have a subscription box company for gardeners. I send boxes of vegetable seeds to my subscribers every month so they can plant home gardens and get off the food grid. But that's like something I have to go against major seed corporations for, right? Like, and I just try to sell heirloom rare seeds that are just non-GMO, that are so spectacular. But the thing is, how do you do that when you're up against the elite that are trying to suppress you? So this is like my situation, and I feel like it's like Seabiscuit and me are like kindred spirits with what we do every day and how we live our lives. And so this race here, if you look at War Admiral was an amazing horse. Like he was like a whole like head above, like taller than Seabiscuit, right? That had the pampered life, it was just an athlete, the top athlete of horses of the day. And it took there was quite a bit of hype about this race. And the thing is, everyone looked at Seabiscuit in America at that time in 1938 as being beaten down so bad year after year after year. And like, just, if you can give us a chance, we can be great. And so everyone in America at the time felt like Seabiscuit. So everyone was really rooting for him to win, but he was the absolute underdog. And so when the race did finally happen, at that time, there was enough hype around the country. And don't worry, guys, I'm gonna play the actual race for you, because every time I like something happens to me with my business or anything like that, and I feel down a little bit, all I have to do is watch that race, and I don't know, I just get a fire lit under me, like to conquer the world. So I hope you guys get that too from the race. So I'm going to play it for you here, but just know that during that race, like you hear about horse races a lot, and how there's like a photo finish, or won by a nose. So in this race, like Seabiscuit didn't just win by a nose. He didn't win by a length. Even he won by 4 lengths. Now that is like, if anyone knows anything about horse racing, that's like unheard of. Like that just doesn't happen. Okay. Like, because they're always, when these horses go up against each other, they're in the same league, right? And they just don't win by 4 lengths. Now, so this race was also on War Admiral's home track, right? And that means something when you're on your home track. And not only did Seabiscuit beat War Admiral by 4 lengths, War Admiral set his own personal best time that race on that track. And Seabiscuit still beat him by 4 lengths. That gives you an idea what kind of horse this was. Just given the opportunity to go against an elite horse. like War Admiral. And he had so much passion and heart. He was going to win, and not just win, but win by 4 lengths. So here's the video of the actual race from 1938.
Just below it, we've noted in the 10-box square that opens onto the track, the winner's circle, tall, sparkling silver trophy for the winner this afternoon. And they're off, and this is a goal. And Georgie Wolf is at the whip on Seabiscuit to keep him up. And they're coming to me head and head. War Admiral on the inside. Wolf is driving Seabiscuit, and Seabiscuit is outrunning him. Seabiscuit is coming to me. 1 length, 2 lengths in the lead. And he came right over 2 lengths. He goes by me. Seabiscuit by 2 lengths. War Admiral right on his heels. Hutsinger sitting still and biding his time. And it's Seabiscuit by 1.5 lengths down the backstretch. They're halfway down that backstretch. And there goes War Admiral after him. Now the horse race is on. And I'm losing them there. They're head and head. But I'll catch them here just another 50 yards. They're head and head. And now War Admiral has a head advantage. And Seabiscuit's got a head advantage. They're going into that far turn. Head and head. And it is either one. Take your choice. And right there, they're coming into view now. And the head and head Seabiscuit on the inside. By a neck with War Admiral second. That big song dashing across the track. Or across the infield there, coming for this fence. They come into the stretch here in just a second. And they're head and head as they head for that home lane. Watch for them now as they turn into the stretch. Head and head. Both horses under a drive. This is a real horse race. Just what we hope we get. They're head and head. And both jockeys driving. It's the best horse from here in. They've got 200 yards to come. It's horse against horse. Both of them driving. Seabiscuit leads by a length. Now Seabiscuit by 1.5 lengths. Wolf has put away his whip. Seabiscuit by 3. Seabiscuit by 3. Seabiscuit is the winner by 4 lengths. And you never saw such a wild crowd. Seabiscuit the winner by 4 lengths. Trying to drown this crowd out here. They're roaring around me. Seabiscuit was the winner from end to end by 4 lengths.
That's good, right? So yeah, if anyone, I would put that in your like favorites, like if you could find the actual footage on YouTube. Doesn't have to be this video, but the video of the race, and keep it there. And every time you need a little bit of pick me up, you watch that race, and I'll tell you, after it, you're gonna go out and make some phone calls or do a sale, or you're gonna do something to improve your business. So that's why I have that in my office. Because I think a lot of us feel like the underdog, but just given a chance will win. And that race really did just lift America out of the Great Depression, because the feeling that you get, the frequency that came out of that race and got descended across all of America, it just rose up. Like we need another Seabiscuit moment beating War Admiral is what I feel America needs right now. So yeah, if you guys ever find something like this that really resonates with you, I don't care what other people think. If something like this really resonates with you, that gives you that feeling, no matter what it is, and this could be not just like this is in my office, but I have a photograph in my living room, and it's a woman swimming in a pond, and it's a photo of the pond from underwater, looking at her swimming, and it's just like this majestic photo, and maybe I'll splice it in here, and no one might understand because that photo doesn't mean anything to anyone else, but it means something to me because just looking at that photo, I feel calm and I feel good and I feel light. And, so Mike, when I saw that photo and I paid attention to like the frequency that and the feeling it gave me, I'm like, and then I bought it. So that's a very little bit of an insight of my life that I really don't normally show people, but I had some people in my office today and asked me about this stuff, and when I explained it, I thought maybe, I don't know, maybe someone would be interested to learn about stuff like that. So if you want to learn to make sigils, it'll be in the advanced class at the online school, which it's going to open as soon as I get some more material up. But look at the link in the description below if you want to learn the law of one. The first 7 days is free. If you want to do the deep dive, which is like $25 a month, sessions with me if you want to kind of learn about protection and the things that you can do for yourself to raise your vibration without having to, like things like sigils or photographs can raise your vibration if you put them in your house. So that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you like this video, and I'll see you guys in the comments section.